as you already know.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Sweet, alright. Okay, can't see them ones. Yes.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, Tubby.
Yeah, real good dive from you guys. I'll just look at one at a time, eh? The back guys, because it's fucking too confusing.
I never mix it.
Nice bit of a crossover and stuff. Yeah, real good, eh? Nailed that.
I never been like casino.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah.
That was a close one.
Yeah, oops.
My mum, if she goes to a raffle, she'll always win. So she doesn't buy tickets anymore, but she thinks it's embarrassing.
There he goes. Luke's just slipping in there, you dirty dog.
Whee. Alright, sweet. So,
Isn't that your thing, Tommy?
What's that?
I took your fucking head up back in.
yeah, a little.
Oh,
That's the thing, man.
Yeah,
That's
I love
even
that.
the legs, you could let them up, because see how you straighten them down there, you kind of go vertical there.
Yeah, I should have like straightened when I'm on the back.
Yeah, so then you can kind of get that drive up.
Oh,
I think you're probably trying to go into it a bit too quick too, Tommy. Even if you get like lean back and think about when you not when you're dropping into a half pipe, but you know when you go up and then you come back down.
Yeah.
That point where you come back down, you can feel where the traction starts.
Yeah.
It's the same as that.
Not
So you
trying to
can
go
get off
really-
sideways and do the same and think you're about to drop
Yeah.
down, but you have to imagine you've started at that point.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of figure out where that
So in that-
angle is. And then once you're there, then turn off.
Right. Okay.
So
So
you
is that
go up there.
rather than getting
Rather
off
than
and
going,
extending my legs
rather than
straight
going
away?
straight back, trying to go like this, you can go kind of like a side to the prop.
Yep.
So as you get off, you know how you do it, like this position.
Yeah.
You can kind of get off like that, but like you're on a board
Right, and that's facing into the plane.
into the plane. So there's a plane
Yeah.
there, and then as you feel the heel, then straight.
Yeah. And that'll generate more power.
It's just going to be more stable, so you're not going to
Yeah.
sink off and then drop away. And that way you'll be able to feel the wind on the inner part of the thigh on here. So if the plane's going that way, and I'm on the step, ready, set, and I'm like that.
Yeah.
So this foot is right up, and the wind's going to hit it straight from here all the way down. If you kind of get up and it's hitting there, but your foot's still anchored this way and you punch, rather than like that angle, this angle compared to that angle,
Yeah.
big difference. So you want to try and let that go. And even if you're,
What's the benefit of being on your side, sorry, Mason?
because he does a lot of board sports,
Oh,
so it's just a reference for him.
Okay.
Yeah, because for me, I found it very similar because I've done a lot of skating up and down ramps when I was younger.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, I found it easy to, I'm like, oh, that's just the same as fucking
Riding the
surfing
hill.
or riding the hill, you know? So it's just the easy reference. If you've done surfing or something, it's the same. So just try to get off on the wave already as you're either going up or as you're coming down it. Rather than having to, because then you can kind of have that safety. You don't have to be pinned straight away. You're like, oh, yep, there's my angle, that one.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
can choose.
It's on a nice edge.
Yeah. It's the same as when you're getting off on your back. You're kind of getting off and then waiting a little, I find, and then pinning.
Yeah.
That was me that went steeper. As soon as I saw these guys coming out, I put the gas on, so that's probably why you guys noticed you started coming up a lot quicker, I'm pretty sure. So nice work, stopping with the legs. Good work coming in, good work coming in there. Watch these belly guys approach. It looked like much better exits from all the belly guys, hey? Yeah, cool. Good legs straight
Sick.
together. Really good.
That's such a good
Really
picture.
good. Holding,
Blackie.
good.
Yes, man.
Yeah, nice using the arms, nice approach, right on. Yeah, because the first part, what I was saying, because you maintain, I'm like, yep, cool. Now, if you want to accelerate straight, so I was saying straighten the arms for that, which you did.
Yeah, it goes around and then it starts slowing.
Oh.
No.
Looked worse on
Yeah.
the other footage.
I was like, oh my
You're
God.
too stable.
That's the part I was talking about there.
Because I'm under,
Yeah, so you can see how that arm's up, so it's over. So as soon as you come in and you go to look, and because you're not, if you stop, you go, woo, you stop and you're looking over, it's going to keep you in, but that's what pushes you away, that slight bit, and you'll see you start maintaining, but it's just that little hard bit to just make that last little bit come over. I'll see ya. Alright, Luke, did you try the toes out at all, Luke, lately? The accelerate like that?
No, I was like,
No?
when I eventually like got onto the right angle, I built up heaps of speed, and it sort of like went from the back, and I felt like I was coming in pretty quick.
Yep.
For me, anyway.
No.
There was a point where I was like, I was building, and then I think it was.
Looks worse when the fucking
Pardon?
thing was all there.
Yeah, totally. It was all one
Yeah,
big
yeah,
move.
yeah,
Totally
yeah.
on purpose.
It's good getting back like that anyway. Getting back from that distance definitely shows you some fucking shit about how to get there. So with your arms and your legs, this is normal. You'll see this heaps. And the next stage you're going to find is obviously having your legs straighter and your arms a bit more, kind of how Geraldine has hers too. So the way that I find that I do that is I try to feel where the burble is, where the dead spot is. I'll pull my body in and then I'll move my arms out slightly and feel where that dead area is and the wind, and then I sit my arms on that rim rather than trying to have them out. And you'll see at the moment you're flying a lot with this part of the arms, so wind's hitting there, and this part here is kind of just in the burble. And when you're using them, you'll use them if need, but then otherwise they kind of dangle here. So if you try to have them sitting out on that same kind of plane as what this is, not so necessarily that they're pushing on the wind, but they're just placed on the wind.
Yeah.
So that way when you need to use them you can, and you'll find then once they're there, then you'll be able to change the legs. So if you try to do the legs straight now without doing this and opening them up, you can even have your arms, rather than pushing, you want to try and have them like out, so try palms up.
Yeah.
And you'll find if you do this, if you just do the legs, then you're going to shoot off. But as you do this, then the legs you'll find you can release. So you'll replace this bit of drag behind the legs with this bit of drag on the arms, and then you'll be able to find it just to come forwards and backwards, then disappears from this, and then changes to more like this. So you'll just change the pitch and the flatness, and your speed will increase like that.
Cool.
Otherwise, very good awareness, good slot flying. Look at that, killing it, mate.
See?
How's that check? I think that was almost a call there. So it's the same type of thing here with the acceleration as I was saying to TGS. Think about before you transition, try to accelerate towards where the screen is, so towards us. So it's kind of like you're popping and then transitioning.
Yeah.
And that, even if you do a steep transition, you'll have that momentum that's going to carry you past.
So don't sink out like that.
Yeah. And then if you sink out, instead of the arms to come up, just bend the legs like knee flying.
Yeah.
And you'll shoot straight up. Sweet. I'll go back real quick and watch. One last thing, and then we can go down and do this next jump. Yeah, so I would have gone that way
Yeah.
and then done. I reckon you would have fucking out there. Fucking
Fuck,
almost
that's
nailed that.
sick.
Was so close.
That was mad.
That was so close.
Can you play it again?
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
Fucking brave to do it in the middle of the formation too.
Almost got it. Alright, sweet. Let's
Just
whoever's.
back to the front there.
Yep.
I'll do it and just see if I'm going to do that one again. I just want to see if I can do anything wrong with that front flare.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Nice. Who is that transition, Luke? Is it?
No, that was that.
Yeah, so accelerate, same accelerate, even
Yeah,
pop.
accelerate first.
Yeah, so if you get here like this, so you're in this position next to me,
Yep.
and then do what you did here to stop, and that's going to go whomp and shoot you that way, and then transition there, and you'll find you'll probably end up where you are now when you land.
So that again. So I've come down.
So if you land here, but
Yep.
you want to be looking like this when you land here.
Yep.
So then when you do that motion, you have range
Are you worried about this?
to go, because if you're flying like that and you try to accelerate, it's not going to work.
Yeah, got
So you
it.
want to fly that, accelerate like you same position you got there.
Yeah.
That's going to push you to about there, and then do the transition.
Got it.
And that
yeah, I
way-
was trying to go past you to have you in my vision, but
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is that'll happen through the transition anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you go, you'll see, and then the front one, yeah, you'll see, and then as you're coming past, you'll
Yeah.
land.
Yeah, sick. And then I've gone into a bit of a shelf as well. I've got to pin it in.
That's right. Shells fine, shells straight. Yeah, but yes, pin. Yeah, that one's just accelerate. Sweet. All right, whoever's on the next load, let's go down.
Have fun, guys.
Don't have fun.
Pleasure.
No,
Good jumping with you, man.
fun.
No, pleasure, mate.